saved my best for last. And you guys knew it was coming. Wyatt Buck, you guys knew this was coming. The Chicago Bears today announced that they are keeping Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace for the 2021 season.
Thank God. So happy for that.
Ryan Pace is the worst GM in the entire NFL. This guy is absolute garbage and should have been fired 4 years ago when they said, hey, with the second overall pick, the Chicago Bears select Mitch Trubisky, leaving Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes on the board. But no, they let this guy keep his job. They say, hey, let's see what this Mitch Trubisky guy's got to do. So then they fire the coach and they bring in Matt Nagy, the offensive guru. And what does he do? Nothing. Nothing with the damn offense. But we're going to keep these guys in. We're going to keep Matt Nagy. We're going to keep Ryan Pace. And we're going to go into 2021 with these damn guys expecting to have a better season.
Playoff bound.
Chicago Bears, McCaskey family. How the Browns came from. I don't know what the hell happened there.
I'd have been 5-1 then too.
I almost went 4-2 because of this guy, Taylor Heinicke, man. He was unfreaking believable this weekend. He went and played the fourth quarter with a torn labrum. He was playing the entire fourth quarter. Like, he couldn't even lift his arm. It was absolutely insane. So, with the first way or no way, I ask you guys this. Taylor Heinicke played his way into an NFL roster next season.
Not only did he play amazingly, not only did he look great in the pocket, he looked comfortable from every aspect in the big situation that he was in. But here's the biggest thing. Matthew Stafford showcases this more than any quarterback in the league right now. You want a leader and you want toughness in your quarterback. And what are the two things that he showed? He was a leader and he showed pure toughness. I loved it. I loved every second of it. And not only did he earn himself a roster spot, but I think he possibly earned himself a starting job somewhere, depending on where he goes. If he
were and how good Lamar was and how impressive that win was. Question for you.
Shoot.
Is Lamar Jackson still trash?
He is.
Oh, my God.
He is.
Didn't you say that what he needed to do was win a playoff game?
I said he needed to play well in a playoff game and win.
Okay. Well, he did. He ran for 139 yards.
Okay. No.
And scored a touchdown and won a playoff game in January.
Hang on. I got a clip saved if you guys want me to play it for you, but Colin,
play it.
What did you say is classified as a good game for Lamar Jackson? 220 yards,
225 yards passing, and
how many did he have?
100+ yards rushing.
How many passing yards did he have?
179.
179. With the interception.
Yeah.
Wyatt, what did you consider Lamar Jackson having a good game?
I said quite a bit of passing yards, but I lowered him on the rushing yards.
Why are you changing your exact words? Your exact words. I said when you said, "What has Lamar Jackson done?" I said, "Oh, I mean, he's won an MVP and he's gone 11-5 this year, and they're in the playoffs." And you said, "You know when I'll stop calling Lamar Jackson trash is when he wins a playoff game in January." You said he's already won a regular season game in January. Now he needs to win a playoff game in January. Don't switch it around now and say, and he has to play well. You said he has to win a playoff game in January, and now he's done that, and now you're backing up. You backpedal. I swear to God. Do you hang out with Michael Phelps? Are you learning that backstroke really good?
Yeah. So, listen. Did Lamar Jackson win that game, or did Marcus Peters win that game?
No, Lamar Jackson with
Marcus Peters played great.
They could not stop him. It was a great team win.
For us.
So, hang on. So for Lamar Jackson to win that game, he had to, quote, play a good game, right? He threw for 179 yards. Taking both of your guys' words, that is not a good game. Yes, he had 136 yards rushing.
But I also said 75-plus rushing yards, and he finished with well over that.
Okay, he had 70 yards on one play. So if you subtract that one play, he's sitting around about 50 yards.
But you don't subtract it. Why do you subtract the one play?
And if I sit here and subtract the interception, then he didn't have any picks on the night.
If I subtract the 2019 season, the Kansas City Chiefs don't have a Super Bowl.
We still have more than the Bears, but that's I digress from that.
My God. So if you subtract, if you take away, you know what? I hope that I'm wrong, and I hope the Baltimore Ravens beat the Buffalo Bills this weekend. And then I hope Lamar Jackson marches his butt into Kansas City and goes apeshit on your Kansas City Chiefs. And then on Super Bowl Sunday, we can listen about how Lamar's trash because you're sitting at home just like your boys from Kansas City are watching in the Super Bowl.
Listen here.
Oh my God.
I have been on many teams and I've seen many teams where they get up for one game, where they get up for one playoff game. I'm going to throw some high school names out there.
You have so many excuses.
Jeffersonville, Indiana High School got super hyped for one game in the playoffs when they played my team, and they kicked our ass. I'm going to be flat honest. We had no answer for them whatsoever. Then they shit the brick in the championship game, right?
No, they beat New Albany. They won sectional championship.
But
they lost regionals where they lost it.
But they still shit the bed. That was the worst football game I've ever seen in my whole entire life at a 5A level. Horrible game. With that being said, Lamar Jackson's going to do the same thing. He got so hyped for one. He's like, I don't even remember what he said, but they had to pull him back out for like a interview because he was so. He's like, oh, I finally won. Yeah. Guys, Lamar Jackson is trash. I'm telling you, Lamar Jackson is trash. Next year is going to show it. He is going to have a horrible year next year after he loses this week. Spoiler alert on Thursday's show. He's going to have a horrible game. He's going to throw for 3 interceptions and rush for 25. He's going to have a horrible ass game. This is why he's trash, because he can only run the ball. Let me ask you this: if any other quarterback only threw for 179 yards in a game, you would say, "Oh man, that quarterback had a trash."
Not if he rushed for 139 yards and
yes,
they couldn't
would.
stop him.
Yes, you would.
And he's the reason why they couldn't stop him and get the damn ball back. I would not say that.
Yes, you would. If Mr. Trubisky threw for 179 yards, you'd be like, "Oh, bench him!" Right?
If he threw for 179 yards and ran for 139. No, I wouldn't want him going out of Chicago, but he doesn't do that.
Yes, you would. Come on. Don't you lie to yourself. He
throws for 179 and then rushes for 5 and throws 17 interceptions. It's not the same, Buck. It's not the same. You just don't like Lamar Jackson because you're afraid that he's going to go to Kansas City and he's going to wax Patty Mahomes' ass and he is going to head to the Super Bowl. You're afraid of that, so you don't want to admit that Lamar Jackson is actually good. You are out of your freaking mind. You call Lamar Jackson trash. You are out of your mind.
Hey,
out of your mind.
Let me ask you this question. Does Lamar Jackson play defense?
No.
So how